Morning, everybody. Me and the wife here are headed out to Colorado to pick up a Sprinter van. We're going to be staying in it, camping out for a week in the Rocky Mountain National Park, Tetons, and we're going to Yellowstone. So this is not quite a hunting video, but it's going to be a pretty cool adventure. My dream would be to have one of these things to use to go on out-of-state hunts, but they're pretty expensive. But maybe one day, fingers crossed. Anyway, just getting started on the trip. Just going to update as we cross different states and stuff like that.
Right onto the ramp to Arlington.
You and that damn thing, like I don't know where to go.
What?
Anyway, we'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, everybody, end of our day one. Got a pretty sunset over there. Just got to our Airbnb we're staying at. We drove from Memphis, a little outside of Memphis, to we're in Ellsworth, Kansas, at a place, Airbnb called the Tree House, and it's pretty cool. I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like. Very remote. You got an outhouse, and then there's the tree house. Man, it feels great out here right now. It's kind of hot when we got here, but it's probably about 75 degrees now. Nice cool breeze. Ready to get to Colorado. So they have this little sitting area down here. Lights. Super off-grid, super simple. Little hanging shower bags. Pretty cool. Little setup. Exterior shower. Nice and easy. And we'll go upstairs. Got this nice patio. He's over there enjoying the view. Kick back. Windmill, a real old windmill, and then interior, just real simple. Little table, little cooktop, air conditioner, queen size bed, fans. Pretty basic. So that'll end day one. We're gonna sit out here on the outside and relax and enjoy the nice little cool weather, and we'll be in Colorado tomorrow about 11, pick up our vehicle. So anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Morning, everybody. It is 5:40 in the morning, and we're headed out. Headed to Colorado. Spent the night in the tree house. Everything went well. Still need to wake up and get my coffee, so we'll see you on this next leg. Well, we're in Colorado now. It's still pretty flat. We're on the east side of Denver, but we made it. Long trip. Should be in Denver probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. Pick up our Sprinter van, give you guys a look inside of it. So, still rolling along. Well, we finally made it to Denver to pick up our van. This thing's super cool. It's got everything you want. It's got a shower, got air conditioner, pretty much you name it, it's got it. Everything but a TV, but we're not going to need that this week because we're out here to enjoy what God's created for us. So anyway, y'all stay tuned. We're going to head out and hopefully get some cool footage. So we just got stopped at Arby's, and I figured it's a good time to show what these vans look like. Anyway, it's a 170 Sprinter van, 4-wheel drive with a 3-liter V6 in it, diesel. It's got 2 fans, one in the front, one in the back. It's got speaker system, you can see back there, 12-volt pneumatic air conditioner. You've got cabinets there, microwave, refrigerator, freezer, place to hang your clothes. It's got an inverter cooktop. You got a sink with a pull out. Right here's the shower. This piece here folds up and goes over there. This folds up to here. Your shower head goes in here, and you put a little shower curtain on that's in the side of that. Then you have a little cubby up there to, you know, store stuff. Bed looks like it's probably about like a full, maybe close to a queen size bed. But we're super excited. It's the first time we've done anything like this. We started watching videos on YouTube, a bunch of couples that were doing this stuff, building vans out and stuff, and just fell in love with the idea of it. It's pretty expensive, but I would probably recommend doing what we're doing and renting a van before you go and invest money in one, buying one, see how you like it. So we're gonna be out here for a week. We're just getting started. It's been a long drive, but we're here. We're in Denver. It's about an hour and a half to Estes Park. We're staying there for 2 days. Then we're planning on going up to Tetons and hopefully Yellowstone, and then we'll make our way back down here by next Sunday and return the vehicle. Anyway, that's a wrap for this leg of the trip. We'll see how this thing sleeps tonight. Later. Go stop somewhere and take a nap. We're in a home on wheels, so it shouldn't be too hard to find a place. It is absolutely beautiful out here in Estes Park. So 8 years ago, on September 30th, my wife and I got married out here inside of Rocky Mountain National Park, and it was literally the best thing we ever have done as far as a trip or anything. It was a great decision to get married out here. It's so fun and beautiful. But we wanted to come back, and we liked the time of year we came last year. We came in September, and it was the elk rut, so you get to see all the elk. They're down in the town just doing their thing, and it's so beautiful. I'm an outdoorsman. I love being outdoors, and there's not a better place than Estes Park for coming here, you know, to start at least. But we're leaving here. We're going to stay here for a couple of days, and we're going to go up to the Tetons. We're going to go to Yellowstone, and then we're going to work our way back down, spend one more night here on the way back, and then head back to Denver, and then head home. So anyway, here's some more scenery. If you have a chance to come out here, I highly recommend, if you've never been to Estes Park or heard of it, to come and check it out. right, so we finally made it to our camp spot. This is day 2, but really day 1 of us being up here in the Rocky Mountains. So we did Estes Park, we did Grand Lake this morning, and we're doing some dispersed camping now. The air's a little thin up here. We're about 9,500 foot. But anyway, I think this place got burned 3 years ago. You can tell it used to be gorgeous, but we found it's a pretty nice spot. Not too bad. Anyway, we're gonna start us a fire here in a little bit and just sit here and enjoy the peace. Morning, everybody. We have finished our night of dispersed camping over here on close to Granby in Colorado. So we're headed out now to the Tetons. We got an 8-hour drive ahead of us, and got our coffee. We're ready to go. up. We finally made it to Teton County. We just got in the county just now, and man, I'm telling you, the scenery is beautiful. Driving through here, it's been incredible. We're on about 7 of a 8-hour drive from right outside of Estes Park, or Rocky Mountain National Park, and it hadn't been bad at all. It took forever, but hadn't gone by, you know, hadn't been a bad drive. So anyway, we're about to be at the Teton, so we'll see how we'll get there. What you doing, girl? What you doing? Huh? Good girl. Alright, so we just got done going to Schwabucker Landing this morning for daylight, and it was absolutely gorgeous as the sun came up shining down on the Tetons. Got some great pictures, some great footage. It's gonna look nice. We left there and we went down Pilgrim Creek Road, and I think Bear 1063 was out there like 10 feet from the road, and we spent probably 20 to 30 minutes there watching that bear. And now we're parked by Jackson Lake in a little picnic area cooking breakfast. Here's what we're looking at. Cooking eggs, a little turkey in them, a little cheese on them. Super cool. Can you crack me some eggs?
God, it's so beautiful down there. It's like really close to the
Really close to what?
the Tetons.
All right, so we just got through eating breakfast at Lakeview Picnic Area. It's a little small spot, picnic ground. You can take your lunch, your dinner, or breakfast, or you can cook there if you want to. You can kind of pull up next to the lake, and if you got a Sprinter van, you can open the van door and see everything outside while you cook your breakfast. Beautiful view to cook from. Anyway, we're headed up to Yellowstone. It's a little bigger, so we're going to try to spend some of the day in Yellowstone, and then come back down here in the Tetons this evening, or maybe stay in Yellowstone. We haven't figured it out yet. We're just flying by the seat of our pants. Well, we are finished up with our day today. We spent 12 hours today riding around Yellowstone, and we still haven't seen it all. We started out this morning at Schaubacher Landing, taking some pictures of the Tetons. At the sunrise, a moose walked right in front of us, and a couple of people got some awesome photos of him. His reflection in the water was really cool. We left there, and we just decided to go on and start checking Yellowstone out since it's so big, and I'm glad we did, because there's a lot to see here. We hadn't even covered a tenth of it. We started at the what was that place we started? West Thumb, and took some pictures and some video of Yellowstone Lake. And then we left there and we went to the Grand Canyons of Yellowstone. Took a lot of pictures of different cool stuff we saw on the way there. Some bison, saw some bighorn sheep. They were all females though. And finally ended up in Mammoth Springs. It was just too late for us to get up to the top because we had to drive a couple hours back to our campsite. And we saw 3 elk there just bugling, and they had all their cows with them. It was pretty cool, especially the one that's up on the Mammoth Springs. Was really a treat to see him. So we are headed back down to our camp spot. We're gonna try to stay where we stayed last night, where everything's pretty full, and it's the end of September. So if you think about coming out here, I would definitely make your reservations. But we're gonna get to the campsite, take showers, eat, and probably crash after that. Start a little fire and then crash after that. And then we're gonna get back and going in the morning. So this is day 1, really, of our Yellowstone / Grand Teton adventure. More to come. Morning, everybody. So today's mission is to find water so that we can shower and wash dishes and stuff like that. We're still at probably about 45% water. We've got 2 more days left here until we go back down towards Denver. So a lot of the campgrounds are closed for the season. They closed like yesterday. So we're not able to fill up with water right now at those campgrounds because, you know, usually because of the freezing temperatures, they end up shutting all the water supplies off and draining everything. There's still a few that might be open. We're just gonna have to try to find one. One thing is when you go into Yellowstone, there's tons of gas stations in Yellowstone, and there's tons of, you know, campgrounds in Yellowstone. It's gigantic. We spent the whole day in there, and it took forever, probably 8 hours driving that loop. So just be prepared if you ever come down here to make sure you fill up with water before you get here, and then if you're in some kind of a, you know, crunch at the end of September, that you top it off. Anyway, that's what we're doing this morning. Then we're just going to kind of play it by ear and just ride around. We're going to go look at Old Faithful, another one of the prismatic hot springs, and then we might take a ride over to Teton tomorrow morning for breakfast. I think we're going to do that. I don't know what we're going to do after this. We might drive up to Montana for all I know. Anyway, we'll take some video and catch you next segment. Well, we got water. We filled up at Headwaters Campground just south of Yellowstone, between the Grand Teton entrance and the Yellowstone entrance, and we got us a spot to rent there. It's $52 a night for a tent spot, which you can pull a vehicle into, so we're good to go in our Sprinter van. Anyway, we're gonna go look at some more stuff here in Yellowstone, find a place to eat, and take some more pictures and video. So we are now driving down Grassy Lake Road to try to find a campsite. There's 14 campsites down this road where you can disperse camp and you can get away from everybody and be in a little privacy. So we're trying to find a spot here. It seems like most of them are pretty full, but there's 14 and we've only gone past 5. So we're not even halfway down the road. So we're gonna see what we can find and hopefully find us a spot to camp at tonight. Well, we found us a campsite. It's campsite number 5 down Grassy Lake Road. We got our own bathroom. See, we're right off the road, and this is what we're looking at tonight. Nice and secluded. Fixing to start us a fire and just enjoy the silence. Somebody's already getting ready over there. She's getting the firewood out. You ready to start that fire?
Man, should we get everything out?
I'm talking to you on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Put it up. Sadie.
Back. Sadie, come here.
Where'd you throw it? Let's tap our bowls together for the video. Morning, everybody. So we are on day 3 here in Yellowstone. We did some dispersed camping last night out here in the Grand Teton National Park. So I guess we're not in Yellowstone then. Morning, everybody. We're just getting up and getting going today. We spent the night out little dispersed campsite out here. Good morning, everybody. So, morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. We are just now getting going today. Slept in a little bit. It is morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. We did some dispersed camping last night in this beautiful spot we're in. Just now getting up, getting going for the day. It's going to be our last day probably in the Tetons and Yellowstone. Pretty much seen everything we wanted to see. We're going to work our way back down to Estes Park and spend one more day in the Rocky Mountain National Park before we have to head back home. It's been a fun trip. Yesterday was super nice, relaxing, being out here in this beautiful place. Highly encourage you guys to do this. But anyway, we're going to go head in and see what we find. Through visiting Jenny Lake, and we went to the Chapel of Transcendence, and now we're leaving the Teton National Park, headed back over to Estes. We're going to drive to Laramie first and see if we can't find a place to camp over in Laramie so we don't have to make the full 8-hour drive. And then in the morning we're going to get up and head to Estes to try to get a look at some elk. Haven't seen a lot of elk out here on in the Teton Park or in Yellowstone, so Estes is usually full of them, and I really wanted to get some good photographs and some video of some elk, so we're headed that way. So we finally ended up where we're going to camp tonight. Just kind of made a decision. We're going to camp here. We're in the Medicine Bow National Forest, and we're right outside Arlington at a little campsite here. Looks like there's a bunch of hunters around, so I'm sure this is usually packed with people, but there's not. Maybe 2 trucks in this little spot that we're at. But you see, it's a beautiful spot. Looks really good. So more adventures, more camping. We got the truck all backed up in there. Sadie's out having a good time. Hope we sleep good. I'm getting up early in the morning and heading on back into Estes Park. And we're gonna probably try to find another dispersed site there before we have to drive back Sunday, and then trip's over, we're headed home. So hopefully we'll have a good night. Well, we just reached the summit here at the Alpine Trail, and we're right by the Alpine Visitor Center over here. We went from about 8,500 foot up. We're probably somewhere over 11 now. I know that Alpine Center's like 11.5, almost 12. So really windy up here and kind of cold, but pretty cool making it all the way up there. So it's our last day here. We head out this morning to go back home, and I just figured I'd show you guys what we got to wake up to this morning. It's absolutely beautiful. Check it out. If you ever have a chance to come out here and do some dispersed camping, rent a van, it is just a game changer in how you'll camp. Had a shower, stove, microwave, refrigerator, comfortable bed, plenty of storage, plenty of room. Of course, you're going to be outside most of the time anyway, so check it out, try to do it. We rented ours on Outdoorsy, and it worked out really good. We take it back today, so a little bit sad we have to go, but ready to get back home. We'll see y'all. All right, so we finished up our trip and we're returning the van. I'm gonna go through the van and kind of show you some things that I liked about the van and some things that I didn't like. If you're thinking about doing a van life, do it. It's awesome. Not necessarily van life, but renting a van, buying a van, converting a van, whatever, so that you can be free to travel as you want to when you go on vacations. We rented it from a company called Wheels of Life Vans. They're on Facebook, Instagram, and I think you can find them just on a website. We rented it through Outdoorsy, and we had it for about a week, so we got a pretty good idea of what we liked and what we didn't like about a van, and if we were to build one, what we would do in our own build. This was awesome. It was a great trip. Having this van was a game changer as far as the flexibility of being where you want to be, going when you get tired, and checking out another area, and you're not restricted. The only thing we had trouble with a couple times was finding camping, but you know, little due diligence, finding those spots, marking them off, and going to them early, you'll be able to find your way. All right, so I'm inside the van right now. I'm gonna show you guys around, kind of go over what I would do differently versus what they did on this build. This is a build from an owner. They simply do handle the rentals on the vans. He gets a certain cut of the percentage every time it's rented. If you are thinking about doing this, I would recommend renting, so that you don't go build a van and then go, man, I wish I'd have done that. I saw that, that's cooler, that works. It looks cool on paper, but when it actually came to functionality, it didn't function the way I wanted it to. There's a lot of things that I thought I would have done differently prior to renting this van if I was to build a van, that now I would not do, or would do totally differently. So first off, I'll show you this van. This is a 170-inch wheelbase Mercedes Sprinter van. This one has the bed going front to back. I would change that because you take up a lot of space in this van. I would do the flares on the side. I think it would be worth the money, and go side to side. It would give you at least another 2.5 foot of space in the van between, you know, here and there. Plus, it's kind of hard to get up into because you got to kind of crawl back to the top of the van, is to where you could just roll over, get in the van, roll over one way, and you're in your bed fully. Another thing is these cabinets. The storage is nice, but we didn't use all of them for what we did. I would do the bed side to side. I would have these cabinets, one set at my feet and nothing over my head. We didn't have any problems, but you just felt like you would, if you rose up in the middle of the night, you might hit your head on one of these or something like that, and it kind of cramps the space back here. And really, it wasn't necessary to have that space. There's a blanket in here we used, and we put a little bit of food up there, but we could have just as easily put it in a tote and put it behind the van in the back. So that's one major thing I would change. They have this closet here that you can hang your clothes in. And they put the toilet down there. I would probably keep my toilet inside of the shower. I do like the way that they did the rack in here, but I would have done doors on it. I think it would be better. The control panel for the heat is right here. Another thing I would have changed is I would have put it right here with all the other controls. That way you don't have to get out of bed if it's cold in the morning to turn it on. So one thing that changed my mind using this van was, I thought I was going to, if I was to do it, I would do one of those nice showers that were big and solid and never moved. This van changed my mind on that. So what he's got here, he's got these hooks on the top, and he's got his shower curtain inside here. So this right here raises up. You latch it here, and you have your full shower. I'll show you guys. So this comes off, and then this, let me push the seat up. This raises up, it latches there. I'm doing this one-handed, so. Then you've got your shower nozzle here. You hang it here, and it's just like you got a shower at home. Shower curtain goes around. Works great. I don't think you need this much room. I probably would have done a smaller shower about right here. But the cool thing about a shower is, I'm a bigger guy, and if you're in this shower and you have that shower curtain around you, you don't feel cramped in there like you can only move just a little bit like you can in a full shower. So I definitely like this part of the build. Alright, so I just showed you guys the shower part of the van. Now I'm going to show you the other side. So you have a microwave, refrigerator, place to keep your toilet paper, linens, all that stuff up here, water heater, water pump, outlet. You have a fan control here, and the owner also put a fan control here. This has a front and a back fan back there, as well as an air conditioner in the ceiling. It has these little touch lights all back here too, which are really nice. You have a touch light here for your sink, and you have your sink here. Now, the owner of this van did a little different. He put his plumbing to a gray 5-gallon gray water tank down here that just pops off and on, and you can empty it out wherever you are where you can empty it. Got your sink, your induction cooktop. That's another thing I changed my mind on. I originally thought that I would have gone with a propane cooktop, but after using this thing, man, it heats up fast, and it's just as good. It takes up less space. You can put a cover on top of it, put stuff on the counter. I mean, it's another thing that I would change now that I've used this. Diesel heater's right there. I would probably put it back here closer to the bed, but it does warm up the van pretty good. It just doesn't seem like it is, but it takes a minute, warms up, does great. He put a step slash cabinet for dishes and pots and pans. So you unlock it here, this thing pulls out so you can get into your bed. You also have under storage right here for shoes or whatnot. And I think that about covers the interior of the van and what I would, you know, change or do differently on it. Let's go to the back. All right, so now I'm back at the back of the van. So what he did back here is pretty standard basic stuff. He's got a little rechargeable vacuum cleaner, which is definitely smart because we've used it quite a bunch. Inverter, all his panels. He's got shore power you can hook up to. That's all the electrical up there, if you guys can see that. Hot water heater tank, it's a Bosch. All his water fittings and everything there, the water pump. And then he's got this outdoor shower back here and another water pump button right there. Your hoses to fill up and your shore power cord. Pretty simple, standard, what you've seen in a lot of these vans that people are building. And then another thing, of course, he's got a box you can put firewood, or kerosene, whatever you need, start your fire. But pretty cool van. We enjoyed it. We're going to build one of these one day when we get the money. But this is it. You can order it on Outdoorsy at Wheels of Life Vans on Instagram and Facebook. We had it for a week. We're gonna miss it. It was a good time. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, subscribe. Maybe you'll start building a van and you can follow us along our journey. Thanks.